guys, welcome back to the vlog. Get excited because Ulta is having a huge summer sale, so I am here. We're gonna head on in. I love the water cream, fragrance free with hyaluronic acid and urea. Wonderful for hydrating the skin and reducing buildup of dry, rough skin texture. But they also have it in a more lightweight water gel, which I believe this one has fragrance. This is one of my favorite cleansers from Neutrogena. It's really gentle, great around the eyes. I love using it as a second step in my double cleanse. This is quickly becoming a 2025 skincare favorite from Bioma. It has polyglutamic acid, which is both hydrating, like a humectant, kind of like hyaluronic acid, but it also creates this slippery film on the surface of the skin to reduce transepidermal water loss, smoothing out wrinkles, fine lines. It's not quite as high performance as snail mucin, but it does have ceramides, which are great for the skin barrier, and it has peptides, which are usually pretty hydrating, and it has a nice slippery texture, which I really like. Then they have Cicaplast gel here. Y'all, I'm still using this around my eyes. I've been doing a little drop of it under and around my eyelids every morning. After I cleanse, I put on a hydrating serum. Right now I'm using the Milky Toner from Celamax, and then I put a drop of this to my eyelids, and then I go and get my water boiling for my coffee, and I straighten up a few things, and then I come back, and by the time I do all of that, the serum, the toner or whatever has absorbed down, my skin is dry to the touch, and I put my sunscreen on. But this has really made a difference in just hydrating the skin around my eyes, cutting down on eyelid irritation, and plumping and smoothing the appearance of little fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. It's one of my favorite products from La Roche-Posay. Speaking of La Roche-Posay, did you guys know they have a new 4% benzoyl peroxide acne cleanser? Great for acne, of course, but this is also something you can use, albeit this one's probably a little expensive of a version to be doing this with, given that Panoxyl is $10 and this is $16.99. But as a underarm wash and foot wash, it helps to, the benzoyl peroxide helps to cut down on the bacteria that break down your sweat and cause body odor. This also has LHA, which is a L'Oreal discovered type ingredient. It's like a modified form of salicylic acid that's a lot often more gentle and kind of penetrates a little bit more deeply and precisely. But that, coupled with the benzoyl peroxide, make for a great acne targeting cleanser for the face or body. Also has niacinamide. So niacinamide is great for acne prone skin because it is anti-inflammatory, and it seems to be helpful for people with oily acne prone skin, and it's good for those of you whose acne heals with a dark mark or redness, because it's good for hyperpigmentation and for redness. Since I love the Neutrogena Hydro Boost lip oil so much, I bought this multi-use stick to give a try because I really enjoy the cream blush. And so I've been enjoying this. It's a very soft pink, but I have to say I've been impressed with the longevity of it on the skin. It's smooth and gliding on. It's not patchy or greasy. They did a good job with this. Yeah, here's a lip oil I like wearing during the day, and I have also been using it at night a lot. And then I love this lip sleeping mask, 2 bits, and these are really good. I tried one, I reviewed one for you guys in my SPF lip balm video. They really offer a really nice color. Now, I've also bought some of these because these are interesting. They offer a little bit of gloss. They have really good longevity on the lips. They're not like super bright or bold or anything, at least the shades that I've tried, but they're pretty good. So in order to get the product out though, you press this little syringe and it puts up just enough to put on your lips. So I like that for dispensing. Looks like Physicians Formula is in on the lip oil trend, this Demont. Check it out. There's like, can you guys see that? There's like a little Swarovski up there. It's kind of cool. Packaging. They have all of these shades. Oh, they have a plumper. Plumpers often are just irritants for the lips, and plump because they cause some swelling. Pink diamond and yellow diamond. Tree Hut is now getting into the lip butter action. I think they've had these for a while. Pineapple. I don't know about that. Check it out, you guys. e.l.f. has a new vitamin C serum with ferulic acid and vitamin E, which stabilize the ascorbic acid. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize because of that, and it hopefully allows for a formula that, if effectively created, penetrate your skin to improve collagen production and act as an antioxidant. I don't get along well with ascorbic acid. I find it often irritates my skin, and honestly, many of the benefits of ascorbic acid, I find, you know, you already get if you're using niacinamide and a retinoid. I don't really find that ascorbic acid adds much to the picture, other than this whole complicated journey of finding one, for me at least, it's not irritating, that is actually stable and effective, and not extremely expensive. This one's $16, and it also has sea buckthorn oil in it, which is an emollient rich in antioxidants and polyphenols. Love the invisible sunscreen from them, clear colorless chemical sunscreen. So I've used the Tartelette tubing mascara before. It's pretty good, and I went ahead and bought it for Prime Day because it was on sale. It's a tubing mascara. It really does give a good amount of lift and length. It stays on well, like doesn't get too flaky. It's okay. I mean, I don't normally want to spend $27 on a mascara, but when it's on sale, I don't mind getting it. I think I got this XL one, which, come to think of it, I think I've always used this one, so we'll see how the XL one is. But I like the Milani one. Milani has a tubing mascara that's really good. Yeah, here's the Milani tubing mascara. It's really good. The longevity, like, it does get a little flaky in comparison to the Tartelette one, but it's barely different. $12.99 for this one. And the Cosrx 6 Peptide Skin Booster, love. I discovered that in 2025. It's got peptides, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and acetylglucosamine. It's very hydrating. I feel as though it's a really good value because you get quite a bit of product. It has copper peptides. Great as the first step in your skincare routine. It is a fluid consistency. It's a liquid. So that would be like a first step. But if you are using, for example, the phytomucin thing that I talked about earlier, you know, you could use both, but it becomes unnecessary. So it's one of those things where make sure you use what you have, because there's a lot of replication. Look, The Ordinary has the glycolic acid set here. Now the leading toner and a travel size. So a lot of people use this like under their arms to help control odor by normalizing the skin pH there, acidifying the skin pH. And technically that could work, but glycolic acid tends to be very irritating under the arms. It's an exfoliant, depending on how the product is formulated, I should say. Alpha hydroxy acids can cause a lot of underarm irritation, so I don't suggest doing that, but a lot of people use this on their scalp too for scalp buildup or for dandruff control. But salicylic acid is so much better because it actually localizes in the sebaceous gland and really thrives in the oily rich environment of your scalp. Your scalp has such a high density of sebaceous oil glands that, yeah, I mean, glycolic acid can exfoliate away the flakes and help with moisture retention, but salicylic acid really shines up there, and it just seems silly to use a facial exfoliant on your scalp with an ingredient that is just not like the most robust for dandruff and scalp care needs. You could just use salicylic acid, like a salicylic acid shampoo. People always ooh and ah over these Shiseido sunscreens, and I just don't get the hype. Like, they have a strong fragrance. If you like them, you like them, and if that's the one you want to use, by all means. SPF 60 is really good, water resistant 80 minutes, so those are great features. But they're like really expensive. They're a chemical, this one's a chemical sunscreen. I just don't really feel like there's a lot about this that makes it stand out above and beyond the drugstore chemical sunscreens out there. I don't know why you would spend $50 on this, unless, of course, like I said, you just really like it. You can get the smaller version. And then this SPF 50 Plus, this is a stick. Sticks are prone to under application, but they can be convenient to use around the eyes. Shiseido has a cleansing oil here. Does anyone use this? I love cleansing oils. These are interesting retinol eye patches for improving the appearance of wrinkles around the eyes. From Shiseido. Also have fragrance, which is a bad idea around delicate eyelid skin, especially in combination with retinol, so I would pass on that. This is one I've tried before. It's their hybrid sunscreen, so it has zinc, but it also has some chemical filters. It's actually okay. It just wasn't substantially better than, for example, the the Trader Joe's mineral sunscreen I reviewed, was it on Monday? Check that out. Look, Peach and Lily has a glass skin ginseng collagen mask. Illuminate, refine pores, firm, hydrate, and nourish. These are really popular. Kind of like the Biodance one that I tried out for you guys a while ago. I enjoyed that. I found it to be effective. This one has some fragrance in it though. Orange peel oil, bergamot fruit oil, which can be irritating, especially under occlusion in a mask like this that you're leaving on for presumably a prolonged period of time. Oh my gosh, you guys, these Glamnetic nails are gorgeous. Here, it's not focusing, but can you see that? It's got a little starfish. Oh, how cute for the beach. That almost looks like a shell with the pearl. Shimmery colors here. Those are really pretty. And they have this shimmery pink. Kula has this classic face sunscreen lotion, fragrance free, that's actually pretty good. However, it's $32, but come down here, get this instead, $28, and it might be on sale right now for the sale. Same formula. I mentioned this in my sunscreens for an active lifestyle video. I really have liked this from them, and I'm not really a big Kula sunscreen person. I mean, they're okay, but yeah, that one's really good. Fragrance free, chemical sunscreen, water resistant, 80 minutes, great for sport, pool. It's hydrating, it's not super greasy. It's a great moisturizer too. That's the thing, like, you have to remember that sunscreen, of course, its purpose is to protect you from UV rays, but it also, you know, offers a lot of skincare benefits just by nature of the formula being moisturizing, as far as keeping the skin hydrated, which ultimately helps cut down on the buildup of dry, rough skin. Rough and bumpy skin allows the skin to turn over better because it's more hydrated. Check this out from Kopari. It is a, can you appreciate that in this lighting? It's a shimmer golden sunglaze sheer body mist, SPF 50. You really have to be careful with stuff like this because it can be very little SPF that actually ends up on your skin. Hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, they have that. I saw someone, I think it was on TikTok, pointing out that their product like this was separating out so much, and it's not easy to, it wouldn't go back in. See how there's like separation up there, and it's kind of hard to mix it, at least from what she was demoing. But they have a variety of gel body sunscreens here with the shimmer. Yeah, water resistant, 40 minutes. Then they have the glittery stick. We were somewhere, was it Dollar Tree, and they had a dupe of this? I want to say it was Dollar Tree, but don't quote me on that. Then they've got a mineral Pure Protect sunscreen stick. I like that applicator. It's got a tint. It's a zinc oxide sunscreen. I was just at Five Below filming for you guys, and I don't know if that video is already up or if it'll go up tomorrow, but they had a dupe of this. I don't like these Ariana Grande perfumes, but Five Below has a dupe of this exact little thing right here. And they also have a dupe of the, I guess it's Bondi Sands tanning mousse, which I do like the concept of sunless tanners. Dihydroxyacetone is perfectly safe. Much safer than getting a sun-induced tan. I love this perfume from Billie Eilish. I don't really care for the packaging though, but Choco Mist smells exactly like it. The longevity is a little bit less, but still pretty good. Significantly less expensive. I'm fresh out of the shower, smelling like a Haribo frog. Yeah, because I'm still working on this psychedelic train of intense fragrance scrubbed onto my skin. I have continued to work on this. I actually see the hype, but man, these are strongly scented. However, you know, for those of you who like a little gentle mechanical exfoliation, gentle is the key word for the rough and bumpy skin, the keratosis pilaris, the chicken skin. You want the mechanical plus a little alpha hydroxy acid to really get in there and dissolve those dry, rough bumps and to gently exfoliate while simultaneously helping the skin retain moisture better. Not as heavily scented. Try their pre-shave. Yeah, the pre-shave foaming polish. Discovered this and was featured in a Fast 5 recently, but this just a little bit right on the upper arms if that's where you get it, or the thighs. Don't use this on the face, you know, a little bit too much there. But this rinses off and leaves the skin soft. Apply a moisturizer. You only need to use this like once a week to get that benefit. Also, make sure you use that while you're in the shower after you've been in there for a little bit. Make sure the skin is damp. But you guys, first impression I need to share with you all. You know, I ride or die for the shave oils. The Tree Hut shave oil, love it to bits. And also like the EOS shave oil, not mad at it. Wasn't too fond of the Skintimate shave oil, mostly because of the fragrance. It did the thing. The shave oil is just another way to create a barrier between you and the razor blade to cut down on irritation and dryness. But and I just happened to have discovered the shave oils a while back, and I really like them. No, they're not the same. It's just going into your pantry and grabbing a little Wesson and smearing it on there, because they are meant to rinse off the skin and they don't clog the razor. I mean, love them. But EOS sent me this. They asked if they could send this to me, and I agreed because it's checking a box I've been asking for. Not quite the full picture, but fingers crossed. I'm hoping we get this in an oil form. So I decided to try it. This is the Sensitive shave cream with, yeah, you guessed it. What have I been asking for? What have I been asking for? Charlie even has been working on his cursive writing, because we're not gonna make it fall behind in that. He's been writing, Dr. Dray requests a colloidal oatmeal fragrance-free shave oil. He's been writing that 10 times this summer. I already know, working on, make sure he does the R right, okay? Because that is a dying R. The R, the cursive R, it's just you and me, kid, right now, doing the cursive R. That's it. Well, it's not completely fragrance-free because it does have lavender. It's have lavender oil, lavender flower extract. But there's no scent to this whatsoever. It has shea butter in it. And so I was like, all right, what is this going to be like? Is this going to be like a moisturizer that's all gloopy? Oh, no. This is an interesting product. One like I've never tried before. And it's actually, just first impression, I just used it tonight. It's actually a lot of things that I like in a shave product. First of all, it does come out like a thick cream in your palm. You're like, okay, this looks like a thick moisturizer, but you put it on, it goes on the skin, and then it kind of swells up into a tight foam that stays on your skin while you're in the shower, and then throughout the shave, and then rinses off when you rinse your leg off or whatever you're shaving. It doesn't clog the razor, no detectable fragrance, no detectable scent. It's really nice. It doesn't even have that oaty aroma to it, which I love, but a lot of people find a little too earthy for their liking. I get it. I really like this so far. I love the way that this product actually performed in shower. That's a big thing for me, because the classical shave foam's a ton of fun, right? Like the Barbasol one, but tell me why. You pump that out into the palm, and it's this like Kirby foam ball, right? And at least me, you go to clock it on your leg and it always falls off. It's like base of the blob that gets deposited out, it's too narrow, so it's like a little balloon that flops over, and I've always ended up making a mess with those in the shower, foam blobs all over. And so for the longest time, you know what I used to use for the longest time, and it works, let me tell you, a cheap, because why spend money when you don't have to, a cheap like VO5 conditioner. I always found that worked really well. Love to see this as a shave oil. Tree Hut, don't sleep, because EOS already has a good shave oil, okay? They already copied you with the shave oil, Tree Hut. Get on the colloidal oatmeal shave oil. Get ahead, because this is good. There is consumer demand for these things. People don't like strong scents, and you have a good product, Tree Hut. I know you're loyal to the Tropicana flavor profiles, because yeah, flavor means something that you taste, scent means something that you smell, but when it comes to Tree Hut, a lot of them are like, well, drinky feel, you know? You kind of got to check your ID when you're using them. Like, whoa, do I need to breathe into something, make sure I'm stable here? Because this is smelling a little too 5 o'clock somewhere. Cocoa Colada. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. If these are as popular as I think they should be, you know who will dip up out of here? Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, you already know, because Be Pure is like, let's stack the bills. $1.25, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It'll either be Pure or somebody else in the Dollar Tree. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. If you like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.